Hi, my name is Shannon and I'm here to talk a little bit about Swagger Inspector today. It's our newest tool in the Swagger family. It's a product that we're really excited about. In particular, its ability to create API definitions is awesome. We know that what will keep people coming back to it is the ability to go and make API calls over and over and categorize them, do everything that you would want to do when you're interacting with APIs and you need a UI for that. One of the things you can do with this tool is test your API endpoints. So my favorite API of the moment is the Star Wars API. It's pretty awesome. You can go get the planets associated with the Star Wars universe. So call the API for Star Wars and see that Tatooine is number 23 of the planets. So you can make API calls quickly and easily using Swagger Inspector, and you can also pin your API calls. So you can take an API call and say, okay, this is a favorite of mine. I'm going to keep making that API call. If you change your mind, unpin requests, and you can add those requests to collections to categorize. Another thing you can do is create the API definition. So place a check either in your history of API calls, or you can go straight to a collection, select all of the calls in a collection, select only specific calls in a collection, and create your API definition. So once you do that, we're going to auto-generate things. So if you have multiple API calls, you can select all of those. We're doing some refactoring behind the scenes, making sure we understand the paths associated with your API, all of the query parameters you've used when using Swagger Inspector. And finally, when you get to creating your API, we're going to ask you for a name and then create your API definition with all of the information we know about it based on those API calls. Once you are in Swagger Hub, that's where you're going to expand on your API, add any specific, add a title here. So this is the Star Wars API. And all of these changes, you can save those and do other cool things with them. That's about all I have here for today for Swagger Inspector. Swagger Inspector is free and we plan to keep it that way.